Just been in the car and all you hear is flu outbreak, massive outbreaks amongst children, schools closing down, and the doctor's strike, which is due to start tomorrow, is going to place increasing pressure on the NHS whilst they're already struggling under the weight of flu cases. So it got me thinking, because they're talking also about childhood flu vaccinations. And although I know I only look about 35, I'm actually 56. Joking. And I was thinking back to when I was at school, and I didn't remember and don't remember getting inoculated or vaccinated against flu when I was at school. Obviously, it was 45 years ago. I remember getting my BCG, which was the TB, I think it was, injection that you got in your upper arm, which then scabbed up. And if, like me, you played loads of rugby and football and stuff, you were forever knocking the scab off, and it took about 3 weeks for the bloody thing to heal up. I also remember getting the little sugar lump soaked in the polio gel, which was the polio vaccination, I suppose you'd call it, inoculation. But I don't remember flu jabs. So I looked it up and I was right. There was no such thing when I was at school. In fact, inoculation of children against flu, in this country anyway, only really started 2013-ish. That's when it was first brought in. It was really rolled out around about the 2014 period. And initially, at least, it was only given to young kids, toddlers, sort of nursery age, 2, 3, 4-year-olds. And then gradually, as years went by, it's been rolled up and up and up the age scale until now it's right up to age year 7, which I think is what, about 12 years of age, something like that. So now all children aged between about 2 and about 12 are eligible for and get the flu vaccination if their parents want them to have it. So that's millions of kids around the country are now getting it. So why then are we getting so many children getting it? Because if I remember back to when I was at school, again, I just don't remember kids getting the flu. You may have had 1 or 2, but you certainly weren't getting 20-30% of a school laid low by it, taking a week off, 2 weeks off, stuck in bed with the shivers and the shakes and the aches and the cold. It just didn't happen. Much like I put a video on about a week or 2 ago, which caused absolute uproar because I said I don't remember kids during my generation at school, not lots of them anyway, having autism and ADHD and asthma and allergies. I was suggesting that was a newer, relatively new thing. Well, it's only my memory. Don't ban me, Mr. TikTok, but I am suggesting that flu amongst children on a large scale also seems to be a relatively new thing. I certainly don't remember schools being closed down because of it. Is that just coincidence? That all of a sudden now we've got millions of children being inoculated against flu, yet it seems to be far more prevalent than it's ever been in the past. Weird coincidence that, isn't it? And then also look at something else that's clearly just a coincidence. They're saying on the news that this supposed flu outbreak that we've got, this flu-mageddon, as James O'Brien called it, started 3 or 4 weeks earlier than it normally does. Normally flu outbreaks and flu season kicks in around sort of mid-December. This year it kicked in sort of mid to late November. So it was about 3 weeks earlier than normal. What also was 3 weeks earlier was the rollout of vaccinations against flu in the wider community and particularly in schools. They did that 3 or 4 weeks earlier this year than they did it last year. Is that just a coincidence that the inoculation started 3 or 4 weeks early and the flu outbreak started 3 or 4 weeks early? Is it just coincidence that children in huge numbers didn't seem to used to get it? Or certainly not from my memory, please tell me if I'm wrong, but in the 70s, 80s, 90s, into the early 2000s, I do not remember schools closing because of it. I could be wrong, but tell me if I am. And yet now, you've got millions of kids being given the inoculation and millions of kids allegedly getting flu. Obviously, all just pure coincidence. I have to be careful what I say. This is a TikTok video. TikTok videos get banned for saying things like this, but I'm just stating facts. Childhood vaccinations for flu did not start until the year 2013-14. That's a cast iron fact. My memory is that kids in large numbers didn't used to get it when I was at school. That's just my memory. It's just me giving an opinion. What do you think? Are you my age? Are you younger? Is it all just coincidence? Or is there some sort of a parallel between the fact that we're now giving millions more people an inoculation against something, and yet more people seem to be getting it? Certainly in the childhood age group anyway. Let me know what your thoughts are. I can't say too much more, but you know where I'm going with this.